And speaking of tips, here's today's very first one from our first expert in the marine industry. Guys, let's go ahead and roll it.
John, what we have here is obviously one of the most popular smartphones in the world today, an iPhone. And boaters today, they insist on using their phones on the boat. And a few years ago, we were thinking about the technology, but if a boater insists on using a smartphone, how do we protect the smartphone? So we thought of an idea. What if we could connect the smartphone to a VHF radio so you could place and receive phone calls through a submersible floating device? This doesn't like water and it doesn't float. This is submersible and it floats.
This is Ricky Johnson, and Ricky is the National Sales Manager for Cobra Marine, and where we're at is downtown New Orleans. This is Donovan Marine's, I believe they call it the Dealer Days.
It is one of the biggest marine distributor shows in the country.
And so you're telling me that we can take a smartphone and we can stow it on the boat somewhere dry.
That's correct.
And through Bluetooth, we can connect it to not only a device so we can use the phone,
yep,
but also you guys might want to think about having a VHF radio, because the cell phone only goes a few miles offshore.
That's correct, John.
After that, you need a VHF radio. Show us what you have.
Okay, we totally recommend all boaters should have a VHF radio, particularly if you're going offshore, okay? This is first and foremost a life-saving device. But if you do insist on having your phone, which most people do, John, simply pair them up via Bluetooth. The initial time you pair them up, you don't have to do it again. So you're going boating, John. Turn this phone on, turn it on, they instantly connect, communicate. As long as you're within 33 feet of the devices, they're communicating with each other. 33 feet is the Bluetooth protocol for all devices right now.
Can you voice activate that to make a call through the VHF handheld radio?
The radio, so you stow this so it's safe and dry. This becomes your floating submersible cell phone. I can place a call, I can receive a call, I can do voice dialing. If I have you stored in my phone as John Gerviscus, call John Gerviscus. It'll place the phone call immediately.
That is fantastic. Show everybody how this is different than a cell phone, because if that gets rained on or if it takes spray or gets wet, it's going to be ruined. It also doesn't float very good. Okay, show everybody.
This is not a floating cell phone. This becomes a floating cell phone and a floating VHF radio. The radio also has VHF voicemail. It replaces missed VHF calls.
I like that it has an orange stripe in it. It makes it very visible. If it does go overboard, you can retrieve it and you can get it back.
That's correct.
How do people get more information about Cobra Marine?
Cobra.com. All our information of all our product lines is there, and you can find us at all major retailers and distributors nationwide.
ShipShape TV, the global leader.